Hello and welcome to another episode of Humanizing Lives. Like every other day, we are again going to be discussing about something that is very closely, passionately, and emotionally related to your life. Firstly, I would like to wish you all a very happy Janmashtami. It is interesting that on the day of Janmashtami, when the Krishna himself is known for all kinds of leelas and ras leelas, we are going to be talking about the pains of breakup. And in that, in our attempt to be gender equal, we are going to be discussing about the pain that a man goes through when he breaks up. So far we have only talked about women in pregnancy, women in postpartum depression. We've talked about household. We've talked about money issues. But I think a large number of youth gets affected by the breakups that they go through. As far as women are concerned, the breakups are fairly discussed amongst friends. There's a very strong bond among women to discuss emotional issues, and there are a lot of movies out there. There are a lot of things that you can access, to heal. But when it comes to men, like in the last episode, we discussed about how men do not find outlets that easily because the society expects them to be strong. So we are going to be talking about men and breakup today. What happens when a man is feeling vulnerable, when a man is feeling weak, the kind of emotions he goes through, the way he deals with the grief of a breakup. Mr. Narula is a counseling psychologist, and he's also a UNESCO certified psychologist in expressive art and movement therapy, and he's a CBT coach and practitioner as well. I welcome you aboard, Mr. Narula. Very, very
Hi
warm
Namita
welcome.
ji.
Kaise hai aap?
Hi Namita ji. How are you?
Good, good. How have you been? How is Janmashtami going on for you?
So yeah, um, I'm not at home, so it's all right. It's going good. Working and
It's
stuff.
interesting to be discussing men and breakup on the day of the most iconic man in the history of relationships, so to say. Uh,
Exactly.
so
It's the right day,
uh,
I think.
Perfect. Yes, and we are very, very thankful to you for coming on board with us to discuss the issue. But before I go on with the formal interview, how about you introduce yourself in a couple of lines to the
Okay,
audience?
sure. So I'm Saka Narula, and I'm a counseling psychologist specialized in clinical psychology, basically. And I'm a certified expressive art and movement therapist from CID UNESCO. Along with that, I am a CBT coach practitioner and a master hypnotist as well. So
Lovely.
that's my introduction, to
You
be
can
precise.
hypnotize people online as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
I welcome our viewers at this point. Feel free to be hypnotized with magical opinions and information that Sakar is going to bring your way today. Feel free to discuss your pain. Feel free to discuss your experience about breakups, and we will be taking up your questions in the chat section as well. And Sakar is going to be addressing them directly to you. At this point, I would also request you to please follow our page. We exist because you exist. So, starting with the interview, Sakar. So, what kind of grief do psychologists keep the so-called breakup emotion in? I mean, how seriously do they treat
okay. So, in psychological terms, if I talk, there are a lot of types of grief in total. But if like there are cumulative grief as well, like in a group when people grieve for something or someone, or delayed grief is there. There are various forms of griefs. Okay, so but your breakup comes into something not like society doesn't accept it pretty well कि okay ठीक है हो रहा है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ब्रेकअप ही तो है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है उस चीज में so I would keep it under ambiguous and your distorted grief basically so what is exactly ambiguous grief? Ambiguous grief is something like I said, I mentioned, कि when the society or your loved ones don't acknowledge the feeling, the pain behind that grief, or like they minimize that feeling of that particular loss in someone's life. So that's your ambiguous grief. And your distorted grief is all about your emotions and feelings, how a person react to certain grief, certain emotions at that time. Okay, a person can actually be like there will be noticeable change in the behavior. There will be extreme feeling of anger and guilt in himself, for himself, कि why did this happen, this should not have happened with me. And there are various stages of griefs as well. As we all know that there are five major stages of grief. But if we talk about breakup, there are almost seven stages of grief in total. So first one is your desperate for answers. Basically they are like, why this should not have happened with me, मैंने क्या किया है, मैंने क्या गलत किया जिसकी वजह से ये ब्रेकअप हुआ. ठीक है, वो दोनों केसेस में फॉर मेन एंड वुमेन एज वेल. ओके, बिकॉज relationship is like romantic relationship, whether it's marriage or anything, it's a combination of two people, okay, two individuals combined in a relationship. And when something goes wrong, something goes south, it's because of one person का इफेक्ट ऑन द अदर पर्सन बेसिकली. सो व्हाई डिड दैट हैपन. सो ये सबसे पहला थॉट होता है कि ये मेरे साथ क्यों हो रहा है, ये क्या हो रहा है एग्जैक्टली, आई एम नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग, ये ठीक हो जाएगा, इट्स टेम्पररी, ये वाली फीलिंग्स होती हैं. उसके बाद आता है आपका डिनायल बेसिकली, कि नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ये चीजें ठीक हो जाएंगी, अभी ठीक नहीं हो जाएंगी, कुछ टाइम बाद होंगी, गिव इट सम टाइम, ये वो ये सारी चीजें आती हैं. उसके बाद आपका आता है बार्गेनिंग, जहां पे you go to the other person, beg, and or you try to cope up with that in your own ways as well. It takes a lot of time in the bargaining stage as well. After that, your relapse stage, when you know that okay, निकल चुका है बंदा, जा चुका है आपकी लाइफ से बंदा, but still you are coping with that. And after that there is a stage, यार मेरे को एक कॉल कर लेना चाहिए, आफ्टर सम टाइम मेरे को एक कॉल कर लेना चाहिए, शायद चीजें ठीक हो जाएं, अब टाइम आ गया हो, आई हैव गिवन सम टाइम. यू गो इनटू दैट रिलैप्स स्टेट एज वेल. उसके बाद आपका आता है और एंगर स्टेज. जब वो रिलैप्स स्टेज क्लियर नहीं हो पाती है, द अदर पर्सन क्रिएट्स दैट बाउंड्री एंड कंट्रोल ओवर यू कि ओके, दिस थिंग हैपेंड, द ब्रेकअप हैपेंड, द डाइवोर्स हैपेंड, दिस थिंग हैपेंड. ओके, तब आपका एंगर बाहर आता है. एंगर एक ऐसा इमोशन है जिसको बाहर आना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि एंगर से आप, एंगर जिस टाइम बाहर आता है उसके बाद आपका एक तरह से रिकवरी स्टार्ट होती है, उसके बाद आपकी एक्सेप्टेंस बिल्ड होना स्टार्ट होती है. सो इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेज ऑफ योर ग्रीफ. ओके, आफ्टर दैट देयर इज फर्स्ट लाइक वी कैन से इनिशियल एक्सेप्टेंस in a person. Okay, ab he knows he wants that thing, he wants that person in his life, but he cannot just get that person in his life back. So there's some initial acceptance in a person, and after that there's some hope कि okay, I can live without this person.
Okay.
Okay, so
There's
there are
acceptance.
7 different stages in total, which takes a lot of time for a few people, which can take a very less time for a few people as well. And if I talk about men in a general term, like men को ऐसे पोर्ट्रे किया हुआ है कि men cannot suffer, men cannot, like there's something like male grieving was an alien concept in this society.
In the society, yeah.
सो कि जो आदमी होते हैं वो ग्रीफ नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो ग्रीव नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो पेन नहीं महसूस कर सकते हैं, वो रो नहीं सकते हैं. दिस वॉज एन एलियन कॉन्सेप्ट विच इज राइट नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग, एंड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल are also talking about that, कि male grieving is not an alien concept. We are also human, and humans have emotions and the way of expression as well. It could differ from person to person individually, but they have this particular thing of releasing those emotions, grieving in their own manner.
Lovely. Sakar, you have a lot of viewers saying a quick hi to you. Akshay agrees with everything that you have said so far. There is Irfan says a quick hi to you, though. Uh, I like to bring attention of the audiences to certain things that the psychologists say, and I think I love the way Sakar put it. After you have a breakup, the first thing that he said was it is ambiguous. As in, divorces, people still come out. Your family, especially, comes out and supports you, understands, accepts, actually acknowledges the idea of a breakup of a relationship that intimate and the subsequent pain that it is going to bring your way. However, in the breakups that youngsters go through, and people could be going through in any age of their life, not necessarily youngsters, but when you go through a relationship breakup, people don't acknowledge that as seriously, especially your family does not even see it as a legitimate grief. That complicates life for a lot of college going, school going kids, and sometimes even in advanced stages of people when they, get
One
into
more
a
thing I would like to add, like in youngsters, no, they sometimes they cannot just reach out to their family because it's something they keep secret for
right.
some time, for some time, because sometimes family doesn't accept that romantic relationship with the spouse, the other gender majorly. Okay, so they cannot reach out to family, so what, like they go to their friends whom they are close to, and friends sometimes they just do not accept that थिंक कि ओके ब्रेकअप ही तो है, बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है, एक जाएगी दूसरी आएगी, ये वाली
Huh.
चीज हो जाती है, इतना मत सोचो, इट्स ओके. They do not accept and they do not give like they do not focus on the impact on the person's social, cognitive, emotional health basically.
True, true, true. And the social normative around the relationship is that the men are always seen as players. They are not ever seen as people who could be intensely and very, very strongly affected by breakup. I think that complicates life further. On that note, Sakar, I would like to ask my next question here. Do men grieve any differently from women? Like, how do men grieve in general? And
Okay.
how different is it from women?
Okay, so grieving is a very different thing for every individual, not only for gender, but for male, female, and or any particular like individual. If I talk about males only, they also react to grief in a very different manner. Sometimes they will be aggressive. They'll like portray their emotions onto something or someone. They can shout, they can show anger. They usually go into that आपका substance abuse majorly with alcohol, drugs, and everything as well. And withdrawal symptoms are there as well. They cut off from the society, from their friends and family sometimes, and there's irritation in them as well. Whereas I think, my personal opinion, females do talk to their friends. Females do talk, like they cry in a manner. They cry. They let their emotions out through crying and through talking to the family members or the friends. And the acceptance pattern for females is like kind of different. They seek
Right.
emotional support outside in the community, whereas males keep it to themselves and portray those emotions in a very what should I say, like in themselves as well, and they do not portray it out on the society. They keep it to themselves, and they will cut off for some time. They'll not talk to friends or family and keep themselves isolated. They work overtime as well because they want to a distraction for some time. But the thing is, till when? When can you distract yourself? There will be a time in a day when you'll be on your bed sleeping and thinking about the same thing while looking at the fan. Right.
Right.
You cannot get out of that. You have to face that thing. Okay, this thing happened with me. I have to get out of this thing. But sometimes they keep it to themselves and portray it in a very different manner through anger, through irritation, through aggressiveness, through substance abuse. Even there, like if someone has lost someone, like life is gone, the other person's life,
Right.
the spouse life is gone, uh, a guy can show the suicidal symptoms as well. It could go that way as well. Okay, even if the life is not lost, still they can show the suicidal symptoms sometimes. It depends on how they are coping up with that grief.
So it starts with, I'm just trying to understand better. ये शुरुआत होती है confusion से, why me, और उसके बाद एक stage ऐसा आ जाता है when you try to withdraw from a larger crowd, or you try to distract yourself through work. You're also saying that people can get aggressive, and if the loss seems very, very passionately intimate and personal, then you could also get suicidal in nature. I would like people to take note of that. If some of you all are going through an emotional turmoil like that, please address to it. I mean, sometimes reaching out to friends may not be the correct answer because they are not professionals. So we've got Sakar, people like Sakar on board. Please connect to us. Let us help you out in through.
Definitely, they should seek help because it's a very long process. After breakup, as I mentioned, like normally we have four stages, which takes time in a grief, but with breakup, it takes a lot of time for a lot of people to get out of that, and the stages are very extensive at times for an individual to cope up with. So there's no harm in asking help from a specialized person, and we should always seek help. It's not a thing which we should refrain from or avoid. It's okay to ask help, right?
I have a comment here from Ankit. Ankit says, I believe that the social standards regarding men and emotions in the Indian society are further generalized through the means of memes and jokes and other ways of media. Very, very true,
Definitely.
Ankit. That brings
Ankita,
our discussion
Ankita
to the
Basu. Yeah.
Ankita Basu. Yeah, that brings us to
Yeah.
the next discussion. Point is, how do men that approach their friends, what kind of reception do they find? Because generally when we are talking about it, let's say if my girlfriend walked up to me saying that I broke up, I'm going to be, helping her process that emotion. I'm going to be talking to her about, crying it out so that it's an outlet to kind of start feeling normal, letting your emotion flow out. Or I'm going to be telling her to, sit on it for a while, before you start rationalizing it, intellectualizing it, or coming to terms with it. Just sit on it for a while, because it probably will help you, because you are acknowledging the fact that somebody you valued so much has gone out of the picture, and you can't even find a rational explanation for it. What happens when a man walks up to his men friends? How do they react to all of this? What kind of support
If
system to be?
if I talk about youngsters and relationship, basically the boys majorly, there's stereotypes, a lot of stereotypes. Okay, when we turn into like adults, okay, we have a circle of friends who still understands up to a level. Okay, but if I talk about boys, basically teenagers and youngsters, there's stereotypes like man up, don't cry like a girl. Okay, don't cry like a girl, quote and unquote. Okay, and boys don't cry. Okay, let's go out, have some drinks, and they will indulge into substance abuse here at this point of time. Okay, let's go out and have some drinks because drinking is supposed to make them feel happy for some time and get out of that emotion temporarily. So when they go out and have drinks, they feel that vibe at that time. Okay, at this point of time, I'm out of this particular emotion, so I should drink and get over it because I cannot grieve. This is the concept over there. Okay, apart from that, even few groups in a few groups there are like, okay, let's go out, have some casual sex, or maybe go on casual dates. If you like to go dating apps पे जाओ, वहाँ पे लड़कियां ढूंढो and go out with them. There's this thing between youngsters right now these days that's happening. They are suppressing that emotion, they are suppressing that grief in themselves.
So
They're
it's the
not letting
burden
it
of
out in a proper manner because of the
staying
stereotypes.
strong. Yeah, it's the
Hmm.
burden of staying strong, and the only alternative is to party out, the emotion, basically drink or
Exactly.
smoke and whatever. So distract yourself that way, which is you are saying could be a beginning to a substance abuse habits.
Exactly.
Beautiful. I
You
would
have
dare to.
heard the song. You have heard that song, "Breakup Party,"
Mhm.
right?
Right, right, right.
Where did that come from exactly? Breakup party. That means okay, do not cry, do not accept those emotions. Let's go out and have some drinks and have a party.
Yeah, so the Bollywood
It's
and
not
pop
supposed to be
culture
like
is
that.
basically pushing forward this idea that if you party it out, you could.
Exactly, it's not wrong exactly. For some time, it can feel right as well. Okay, you are burdened. You are like it's on your shoulder all the time. It's on your shoulder. And for some time, if you're going out with your friends in a social setting, if you're going out with your friends, not to get out of that feeling, but to just go and enjoy with the friends. That's okay. That's completely fine. I'm not saying ki if you're grieving, do not go out and have fun with your friends. Go out and have fun with your friends, but keep this thing at home for some time. Do not take it with you. Otherwise, what will happen? You'll enjoy at that time, but you'll feel better temporarily only. You'll not feel better permanently, but you'll feel better temporarily, and that temporary will become permanent when you'll get into that substance basically abuse, maybe substance use at all times. You'll
Okay.
find an escape over there. Okay, break
Yeah.
up means party. I have to go out. I have to have fun with my friends because this particular thing happened. And I am not acknowledging this fact. Denial, basically.
So what Sakar is saying, and I want you guys to take note of that, is there are two tendencies that he talked about. In the first tendency, you're trying to distract, you're trying to, so basically means of distraction only differs. There are times when you'll get angry, you'll get irritable. There are times when you will throw yourself into work, and I think that happens more so in the adult breakups where you already have a job that you're answerable, accountable to. But in certain cases, your friends could be taking you out for a partying, and it's all right. I'm not saying, and Sakar reiterates that it's not wrong to go out partying. But when you feel like picking up that bottle all by yourself is when you know that you're slipping into it. So distraction or catching up with your friends to rediscover yourself is a good idea. But picking up the bottle at home all by yourself to distract yourself from that emotion, trying to unload that emotion into that bottle and drinking is not so advisable. And if you see any of your friends getting into that habit right after their breakup, please put a check on them. Ankita says, exactly. So basically, she's agreeing to the discussion we are having here. And she says, trying to silence the emotion amidst other chaos won't help. Beautifully put, Ankita. Beautifully put. Uh, Sakar, this was something that I wanted to understand separately, but I think major portion of it we've already discussed. It's not taken seriously. So the man who's going through this may feel confused for the longest time and end up taking various means to cope up with it, and sometimes falter in ways that could be life altering for himself. Uh, Sakar, that kind of brings me to this other aspect of breakup, like in a generic breakup as we know of. And you also kind of mentioned it at some point that people develop this confusion, why me? Does this lead to deeper personality issues? Personality issues in the sense, do men as well? Because women developing trust issues has been amply discussed. But do men also develop trust issues after they break up? And if they do, how do they react to it?
Definitely, they do create some assumptions. Okay, this thing happened. Okay, there are various forms of breakup as well. Okay,
Right,
someone cheated.
right,
That's one thing. Someone left because of someone else. That's another thing. So it depends on different types of breakups. And okay, a person is insecure enough when he'll go into a new relationship after some time, after he's out of the previous one, he'll go into the new relationship. Now what will happen will be he'll be insecure. Okay, the last person left me, this should not happen again, and I'll be keeping a check on that. And वहां पे वहां पे इशू आता है कि वो इनसिक्योरिटीज, वो ट्रस्ट इश्यूज, वो सारी चीजें बाहर आती हैं। कहाँ जा रही हो, कितने बजे तक आओगे, ये सारी चीजें होने लगती हैं। सी, मैं जितना मेरी एक साइकोलॉजी जानती है एक रिलेशनशिप के बारे में, अगर कोई जैसे हम सारे के सारे अभी ऐसे सोसाइटी में हैं, लाइक पहले अरेंज मैरिजेस होती थी, पहले रिलेशनशिप्स का इतना कल्चर नहीं था। अभी जहां पे हमें यहाँ पे यंगस्टर्स आर इन रिलेशनशिप एज वेल, सो कोई भी इनसिक्योरिटीज फर्स्ट रिलेशनशिप से लेके नहीं आता है। ओके, दे बिल्ड अप इनसिक्योरिटीज, ट्रस्ट इश्यूज, ये बिल्ड होते हैं थ्रू आउट द इयर्स, टेन्योर्स, जो एक्सपीरियंसेस अ पर्सन होल्ड, इवन फॉर फीमेल्स एज वेल, इवन फॉर मेल्स एज वेल। दिस थिंग हैपेंस कि ओके, कोई भी चीज लेके नहीं आता। ऑल्दो देयर आर सम इंस्टेंसेस वेयर थिंग्स कैन बी पिक्ड अप फ्रॉम द पेरेंट्स, मे बी वहां से पिकअप हो सकती हैं कुछ चीजें, बट उन चीजों पे एक तरह से स्टैंप लगाता उनका पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस ही है, क्योंकि आई एम एक्सपीरियंसिंग इट एट होम, बट दिस थिंग विच वॉज हैपनिंग एट होम इज हैपनिंग इन माई रिलेशनशिप here, so this thing will happen, and this is I'm stamping कि okay, this thing is happening in the society and मुझे cheat करने को मिलेगा, मुझे cheat किया गया है और मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ है, I'll be insecure with another person. So this thing happens a lot, although the responses to those things can differ from person to person. A person having, like, two people are there and having insecurities, one person can portray it in a very different manner and the other can portray it in a very, very different manner as well. ओके, वन पर्सन इज लाइक कि ठीक है, कितने बजे तक आओगी, अच्छा इतने बजे तक आओगी, ठीक है ट्राई कर लेना, थोड़ा जल्दी आ जाना, एंड जस्ट पिंग मी वंस, बीच बीच में आधे घंटे में, एक घंटे में आप पिंग कर देना। दिस इज समथिंग हेल्दी। ओके, इनसिक्योरिटीज हैं बट दीज आर हेल्दी इनसिक्योरिटीज। देयर शुड बी सम इनसिक्योरिटीज एज वेल टू बिल्ड दैट रिलेशनशिप, बट अ पर्सन कहाँ हो, you'll not go, you'll not go with him, you'll not do this, you'll not do that, and get back home. This is restrictive insecurity. आप restrict कर रहे हो, आप bound कर रहे हो दूसरे बंदे को.
Right.
So this
Sagar,
is something unhealthy.
we have a comment here. It's probably a statement more than a question. I have seen a lot of people who are generally insecure, but they haven't experienced any mistrust in a relationship, I assume. Um, uh,
As I mentioned, it like people pick up things from the society and the family as well. Things are not happening with me, but I'm seeing okay, my friends going through this particular thing. I'll be cautious about that thing in my relationship as well. क्योंकि इसके साथ ऐसा हुआ है, मेरे साथ भी तो हो सकता है, एंड फैमिली एज वेल, कि फैमिली में अगर कोई चीज ऐसी चल रही है, पेरेंट्स में, रिलेटिव्स में, इवन इन सिबलिंग्स एज वेल, वी पिक अप अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स फ्रॉम आवर सिबलिंग्स एज वेल, younger siblings and sorry, elder siblings as well, कि okay, मेरा idol है ये and I idolize this person and something happened with him or he did something to someone that will create an impact on me as well. And friends, we adore our friends a lot, so something is happening with our friends, it's going to impact us as well in a manner. So we pick up things from the society as well. So हो सकता है हमने पहले एक्सपीरियंस ना किया हो, बट मेजरली मैंने वही बोला, जहां पे वो स्टैंप लग जाती है वो आप अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से स्टैंप लगाते हो कि ये है, दिस इज इट।
Right. So of course, we've all had that friend in college, in school, who probably never had an affair because a lot of other friends were breaking up and completely lost trust in a relationship like that, which is not formalized by the family and stuff like that. We've experienced all kinds of friends around us with all kinds of exposures, but what I want to understand is something that is spoken a lot in context of women going through a breakup, but I haven't really seen people addressing that with respect to men and breakup. Is the idea of developing inferiority complex, and I think this should be something that must be addressed more vigorously in men, because this idea of having multiple girlfriends, if girls literally drooling over you, and then here you are, getting all emotionally attached into a relationship, and bam, it didn't work out. So, the idea of what is lacking in me, what did I do? I the women also go through it, but I'm saying, how do men experience that? The
Okay.
sense of inferiority.
Okay. So, women usually go into a relationship for emotional support, and that's directly linked with their emotions. Okay, as far as I know. But with men, it's a little bit different. Men usually, there are emotions as well, but they link the relationship directly to their self-esteem. They directly relate their relationship to the self-esteem. If something goes wrong, something happened, breakup happened, it it creates a chaos in their mind कि, okay, why did this happen, am I not good enough? It punches the self-esteem of a man कि नहीं, ये मेरे साथ नहीं हो सकता. When आई एम गुड enough, like girls are approaching me, but I am emotionally attached to this particular person and this person is leaving me, that will create an impact on me कि, okay, where did things go wrong, and the person can completely change his personality to, okay, I'll not go into relationship, I'll just go for hookups or one night stands. And like, because that's not harming his self esteem, self image. And maybe sometimes men also think कि, okay, this is improving my self esteem. Okay, I have had these girls in my life, I have been with these girls in my life, and I'm okay. But there's some sort of trauma related to breakup in their back of the head, in the subconscious and conscious mind. ओके, मे बी उनकी ईगो, मेल ईगो, या फिर उनका सेल्फ एस्टीम हर्ट हुआ हो, जिसकी वजह से दे आर रिएक्टिंग इन दैट मैनर. So it's directly linked with self esteem, majorly with men.
Reinforced by society, I believe, on that account.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm only going to acknowledge a very senior member of my family joining in. Very, 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 very humble thank you, because it is important that the elder people of the family acknowledge the younger ones going through breakups and emotional distress subsequently. Ekta Sharma, on the other hand, goes on to say that I agree with you, but it's not necessary that they haven't experienced any mistrust consciously, but maybe that they have experienced it unconsciously or subconsciously, and therefore they're acting out in their personal relationship, is what you mean, Ekta, if you could clarify, because uh,
Akshay Taylor said, Ekta Sharma, I agree with you, but it's not necessary that they haven't experienced any mistrust consciously, but maybe they have experienced it unconsciously or subconsciously. Yeah, it's a possibility.
yeah.
Sometimes we don't know the things happening around us, but there are a lot of things happening, and that is creating an impact on our unconscious mind. It's like unconscious mind is a library of all the experiences
Right.
throughout our life, what is happening with us, around us, with our people, with our loved ones. It all goes into our unconscious library. But like, conscious mind weighs all the things, whether what's right or wrong, but everything goes in our unconscious mind after that, after the weighing thing is done. Okay, this thing is not good for me, this thing is good for me. It's creating an experience in my mind, basically. So that experience, maybe we don't know कि, okay, this thing happened, but that's going to come out somehow in a relationship, or with someone, even with family members as well. So that experiences are not directly related to our conscious mind, but unconscious mind say they are related somehow. So
Yeah.
that's right, Akshay. Thank you so much.
Now, moving on, Sakar, there's a very important question. Wasn't on the cards, but it just comes to my mind, and I would like to understand this better. What does a codependent man in a relationship look like?
What does codependent man?
A man look like in a relationship? A codependent
Okay,
man look like in a relationship?
codependent man. I think sometimes it's good, but majorly it creates an impression over man after, if something goes wrong in a
Yeah,
relationship, if
yeah,
everything is going right, Till then, everything is good. Codependence is good. Dependence is good as well at some point. But when things go south, okay, the girl or the female thought, ki, okay, this is getting too much for me, and I want to get out of this particular thing. Now, that dependence, that codependence will create an impact on the mind of the other person as like literally very much because he is majorly dependent on his spouse basically, so that could create a good level of chaos in the mind. I would say
Leads to
that.
a deeper personality issues and a
Yeah,
lot of
deep,
anger,
like
I'm guessing.
exactly, anger, irritation, like all the things I have mentioned, like they will be in a very intense manner at that time. It will take a lot of time, like the stages will take a lot of time to get the person out of that breakup. But on the all, men do get in the grieving stage. In total, it's not like कि men no grieving. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, होता है बहुत अच्छे से होता है. It's just they don't show it outward to the society, or they keep it to themselves and they do not like let it out even in front of the spouse. Men are not very expressive, and if men are expressive, some a few men are very expressive, and that's, I think that's a good thing. One should let the emotions out. It's all of the things going in our head are related to our emotions, and emotions play like I my forte is emotions majorly, so मैं emotions पे ज्यादा बात करता हूँ. Emotions का एक कुकर है हमारे पास, ठीक है, अगर हम उसको नहीं निकालेंगे, हमारे वेंट आउट नहीं होंगे, तो विल नॉट बी एबल टू सॉर्ट दोज थिंग्स आउट. मैंने लास्ट एक लाइव में भी यही सेम चीज बोली थी कि हंसना भी एक इमोशन है, रोना भी एक इमोशन है, एंगर भी एक इमोशन है. बट एग्जैक्टली exactly, हम हंसने को प्रमोट करते हैं बचपन से, बट रोने को प्रमोट नहीं करते हैं. बॉयज डोंट क्राई.
Yeah.
अच्छे बच्चे नहीं रोते. क्यों नहीं रोते अच्छे बच्चे? रोना इज एन इमोशन. रो,
Yeah.
क्या दिक्कत है? इट्स ओके टू क्राई, इट्स ओके टू shout at times, it's okay to let those emotions out until unless they're not harming anybody or yourself. They are good. We should let our emotions out in every manner, be it any emotion. Even if a person is getting jealous, there's a way to get that emotion out. Even jealousy is an emotion, enviness is also an emotion. um, इन चीजों को भी निकालने का तरीका होता है, ऑल्दो दे आर अनहेल्दी इमोशंस, बट हाँ देयर इज अ वे टू लेट दीज इमोशंस आउट. Maybe talk to the other person, maybe share कि okay, I'm feeling a little bit jealous at this point with because of this particular thing happening, so can we just come to a ground where I'm not feeling jealous and you are able to do that thing as well, whatever that thing. Maybe meeting the friend which I don't like personally. Okay, you can meet that friend, it's okay, it's just we can come to a common ground. Okay, let's not go there a lot कि हम मेरे को वहां जाना पसंद नहीं. I feel jealous at times कि okay, we'll go, but it will be like okay, out of 5 we'll go 2 times. There should be some ground rules in a relationship as well, आपके इमोशंस को लेट आउट करने के लिए. एंड इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू लेट आउट इमोशंस. एंड हमारे माइंड में ना बचपन से वही कॉन्सेप्ट बनाया जाता है कि नहीं, रोना नहीं है, गुस्सा आपका एग्रेशन हम देखते आ रहे हैं फैमिली में भी कि ओके, फादरली फिगर, मेल फिगर, पेट्रियार्की इज देयर कि ओके, हम एक अथॉरिटी हैं. वी आर नॉट अथॉरिटी, वी आर एट इक्वल स्टेज नाउ. So we have to address that fact. And equal stage का ये मतलब नहीं है कि females are getting higher, so males are not. We have to open our minds कि okay, if they are getting to up our level, they have reached to our level, then we are at the same point. So if they are reacting to a certain situation, we have all the rights to react to certain situations as well.
Right.
Although the reactions could be different for both the genders, they can react to the same situation in a very different manner, and the males can react to the same situation in a very, very different manner. But they need to understand each other's situation as well. Now, okay, that's how I react, that's how I react, and that's okay. We have to come to a ground, common ground. And that's
Sagar, it's
important.
interesting how you're making this entire discussion so dynamic because as you are giving your inputs, I have these, I don't know, these volumes of questions cropping up in my head. Uh, how much is a
Definitely.
relationship complicated. Uh, it turns complicated because, like you mentioned, the women are also uh, becoming empowered, self assured. I would say that's a more appropriate word. So they're becoming more confident in themselves and their needs out of life. So as a result, the traditional expectations of a man out of a relationship, a docile, coy, subservient woman, she could be a career woman, she could be earning really well, but these basic qualities, the so-called women-like qualities, have to be in it for a relationship to run smoothly. And as uncommon as we would want to believe this particular trend to be, it is not. People in very, very empowered position, men in very, very empowered positions could be reflecting these things in relationships, where their basic core demand from a relationship out of a woman is very traditional. I won't call it orthodox. It has kind of adapted itself, but it is very, very traditional. Women, on the other hand, have become very reactionary to those demands. So how does that, and that's leading to a lot of breakups, long-term relationships break up at the,
Definitely.
right point of marriage or something. Something unconsciously comes out of a man's mouth, and it's like, a red flag for a woman, and she goes, you know what? That's absolutely non-negotiable. I'm out. So how does
Exactly.
that affect a man? Like, does he ever go into an introspective stage? That does time ever get him to that point?
I think like you have explained it pretty well, okay, that it's not exactly patriarchy now, okay, and I think a lot of men right now have accepted that fact, okay, these other gender are equal to us and we have to
I don't
live with
think they
them
have.
in a
Even though you would want me to believe that, I don't think they have. Like I said, the
mostly,
traditional
mostly,
expectations remain constant. It's only additions to them. Uh, तो मैं सब्जी काट
yeah.
दूंगा लेकिन खाना तो तुमने ही बनाना है ना. So you can say that.
मेरे हिसाब से if we are getting onto that level, like there should be no foundation in any manner, like in a family, if a spouse is doing something, the other person should accept it and encourage that as well. Okay, you are doing good, be it homework or be it work exactly, and it's completely fine.
I'm
And
going to circle
like
back to
complicated
this question.
complications do occur. Complications occur when we men take things on our ego and self-esteem again. These are the big factors in a relationship for a man. Okay, ego should not be hurt and the self-esteem should not be hurt. They protect that particular thing. If that particular thing gets hurt, they go into that man cave. Okay, they go into that man cave, maybe introspect, maybe criticize themselves and come back out, and वो experience से क्या learn करते हैं, that differs from person to person. If they are experiencing this particular thing and coming out properly, okay, I accept that fact, okay, this particular thing, this is my mistake, or maybe I said something wrong, it will all be cool, it will all be good. But if they are coming out with a perspective कि मैंने कुछ गलत नहीं बोला है, मैं अथॉरिटी हूं यहाँ पे, that will create that complication into a relationship. So it's all about how you react in a relationship, and it differs from person to person a lot.
Like I said,
Okay.
I'm going to circle back to that question. It's interesting that we are discussing this particular topic when the two of us also belong to two separate gender categories. So I'm only trying to kind of understand men from this perspective. So I'm going to give you a hypothetical situation here. So let's say, imagine that there is a long durational relationship here in place, and there are two people who probably have grown up together. Okay, like they went to college together and they went to university together, and they finished their degrees and they started working, and this is the first time they either start considering marriage or they kind of move in, which is happening more frequently now. So let's address that. And once they move in is when the manly expectations of uh, a man comes out, where homemaking is seen a certain way. Yeah, ye to khair, and the modern metropolitan men are not saying ye tumhara kaam hai. They're not saying that anymore. You know, it's put very in a very subtle format. So there are relationships that are long durational, like I mentioned the last time, and yet when it comes to the final decision of life, it kind of snaps. And it snaps because sometimes a man says, you know, even though I had a very, very beautiful chemistry with this person, a very good understanding with this person, but I don't think she was a family material. You know, like she was too modern in her understanding, she wouldn't have settled in. So I was okay with her, but I don't think, you know, she's a marriage kind. I feel bad about it. I will be broken inside, but I have to come out of it. And a similar situation in certain cases also happens with women. You know, he was a really, really good guy. I spent a really good time with him. And when we came to marriage, you know, just in a passing reference, he said, you know, because it will be a family and I'm earning enough, you know, then maybe you will, you know, leave your job, or maybe we will live with our parents, or you know, something as simple as you would be expected to take care of, or, you know, my parents, or something like that. You know, and the woman is alarmed because the sense of freedom is very ingrained in the X and the Y generation today. Um, what happens in breakups like this? How do men process it? Because you find a lot of colleagues, a lot of family in that context who would say, you know, रहने दे, लड़की तेज थी.
Hanji, exactly. This happens. Even with the like in the opposite situation, लड़का तेज था, बहुत
Right,
ज्यादा कंट्रोलिंग था.
right,
ऐसी चीजें बाहर
right.
आती हैं क्योंकि छोड़ना, लड़की तेज थी या लड़का तेज था, बहुत कंट्रोलिंग था, ये एडजस्ट नहीं कर पाता इस पर्टिकुलर हमारे सोसाइटी में या हमारी फैमिली में एडजस्ट नहीं कर पाता, अच्छा हुआ नहीं है अब. So
Right.
at that time, like you mentioned that they grew up together, they went to college, school, university together. They were working together as well. But at the end, things didn't work out, and it changed a whole spectrum. See, time plays a very important role in a relationship, but again, on the other hand, time doesn't as well. क्योंकि आपका टाइम एक मेजर कर रहा है, एक मेजरेबल टर्म है फॉर अ रिलेशनशिप कि ओके दे वर इन अ रिलेशनशिप फॉर अ सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, बट दैट इज नॉट एक्सप्लेनिंग हाउ compatible they were with each other.
Right.
You can understand a compatibility with the other person in just maybe 1 week, and it takes years as well to understand the compatibility with the other person. That's why I think that's the beauty of a relationship. I should say this, that the whole life is not enough for one person to understand the other one
That's so
properly.
so intensely, yes.
Like we grew up in a family, okay, हमें बचपन से पता होता है कि okay, this thing is happening with my parents, this particular thing, that's what we call them family, because we know inside out about them. But when I say कि okay, in a relationship you are getting attached to a person, you don't know a lot about what is going in her head or his head, and how they are going to respond to particular certain situations, and it takes a lot of time to understand. It could take like weeks as well, कि okay, compatibility का एक प्रायोरिटी होती है कि okay, this checklist है बनी हुई है कि okay, this thing is there, this thing is there, this thing is there, this thing is not there, I can manage with this thing. आप रिलेशनशिप में जाते हो ये सारी चीजें देख के, उसके बाद आपको इंटरनली चीजें पता लगना स्टार्ट होती हैं, and उसके बाद it could take years for a person to know the other person, and your emotions plays a lot of role as well. But again, your question was कि how do men deal with certain situations. Coming to that, sometimes like emotionally अगर सोचा जाए, टाइम के हिसाब से सोचा जाए तो it takes a lot of time for a person to get out of that particular situation, because एक आदत होती है, एक हैबिट बन जाती है, हैबिट के साथ साथ आपका एक को डिपेंडेंसी, अगेन को डिपेंडेंसी बन जाती है विद द अदर पर्सन कि ओके, आप इतने टाइम से साथ चल रहे थे और एकदम से आप अकेले चलना स्टार्ट कर दो, देयर इज सम void, emptiness. Okay, this thing is there. Sometimes men do cope up with that for a long time. They'll not get into another relationship. On the other hand, they get into another relationship as well very soon, but they will mess that up.
Yeah,
They
right,
can mess that up because
right.
वो बहुत जल्दी दूसरी रिलेशनशिप में चले गए विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द प्रॉपर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ द प्रीवियस रिलेशनशिप, वाइड did that thing ended exactly after a long period of time when you knew the other person properly, still that thing didn't work out properly. Then what was the thing that was missing at that time? And that I think in every sort of relationship, whether it's a long relationship, long distance relationship, close relationship, even you're living in a live-in setting, basically, you need to understand कि okay, after breakup, what did we miss out on? क्या चीज ऐसी छूट गई जो कि नहीं हुई एग्जैक्टली वो चीज अंडरस्टैंड करना जरूरी है एक्सेप्ट करना जरूरी है देन मूव ऑन करना जरूरी है नॉट कि यहां से निकले वहां चले गए यू विल मिस दैट रिलेशनशिप एज वेल एंड यहाँ मेजरली मेंस के साथ ये होता है कि उनको लगता है कि ओके यहाँ डिपेंडेंसी से मैं बाहर निकला हूं मुझे डिपेंडेंट होना है आई नीड समवन टू बी विद वो ढूंढते हैं वो वॉइड फिल करते हैं बट उनको समझ में नहीं आता यहाँ से कैसे निकले और यहाँ फंस गए वो यहाँ फंस गए और यहाँ पे भी वो मैसअप क्रिएट कर देंगे फिर दूसरे एंड पे दैट शुड नॉट हैपन एग्जैक्टली
Thank you, Sagar. I think I wanted that point to come up because a lot of times we've seen our friends go through that, and when we say, when we kind of put it out there, that once in a relationship, always in a relationship. As easy as it may sound, it is important for an individual to sit back and take 6 months, 5 months, for whatever time it takes for you to rediscover yourself, to sit with yourself and figure out what actually happened and why it happened. Not so much from the other person's perspective, but from your own perspective, what happened. Sakar,
there's a
on
there's a
that
statement over here it is generally believed in the society that men get out of a breakup much easily than women pandemonium 1919 का है ऊपर था काफी we missed out okay
sorry. Yes, so it
it's
is
okay
generally believed in the society that men get out of breakup much easily than women. Yes, I was just going to bring out that question right now. There is another one. Let's read all of these. A woman does leave when she finds another option. Yes, anybody would
okay
leave if they find a
okay
better option. Men leave, women leave, people leave when they find better options.
women already
What
keep options at
I
the
would
same
want
time
Sakar to address that in terms of the kind of effect it has on the person who's being left. Women already keep options at the same time, and there is a lot of hurt there that I sense. They
yeah
just need a
exactly
big reason to break up. I want you to very seriously address these comments, Sakar. I think this is when now people have spoken up finally.
Yeah. So first of all, let's go with a woman does leave when she finds another option. You have not mentioned Rohan here, better option. You have mentioned she finds another option exactly. Okay.
I'm guessing that money is something that is always labeled on women as better option. So
Exactly.
whatever
That
be
thing
the
happen like
option, yeah.
we all are seeking for something better at all times. Okay, there's a level with youngsters. If I talk about, there's always like, okay, ये better है, ये better है, ये better है, ये better है. They always want to get one step ahead all the time. And these things happen at this time. Youngsters level पे this thing happen a lot. क्योंकि 6 months relationship, 1 year relationship, 1.5, 2 years relationship, and that's it. Okay. But when we get onto a stage when we are what 25, 26, 27, 28, we want that stability. We try to
Exactly.
seek out the best option for ourselves. कि नहीं मुझे सेटल लो पे नहीं होना है मुझे अपने लिए बेस्ट चूज करना है क्योंकि उन्हें मालूम है कि मेरे को इसके बाद दोबारा चांस नहीं मिलेगा we want the best for everything and I think it's not wrong to seek out options it's just treat the other person properly whether if you are breaking up with someone even if you are leaving someone treat that person with integrity okay respect that person that's very important part and women does leave I'll not say कि women does leave I'll say all the genders have the same concept I'll not generalize it on women only and after that Rohan Kharbanda says women already keeps option at the same time I'll not agree to this particularly there are people like obviously you are just projecting maybe something okay but I think अगर इसको लेना है तो हम अगेन बोलेंगे women को मैं generalize नहीं करूंगा अगर मैं दोनों genders को बोलूं तो हाँ, there are people who keep options at the same time, but there are people who are loyal as well, who wants emotional support as well, and they do not keep options at the same time as well. They just need a fake reason to break up. Just understand one thing. Why would a person go into a relationship when they have to find a reason, fake reason to break up exactly?
Right, right.
Right. They are seeking something. We all are seeking something out of something, someone. But it's sometimes things doesn't work out that well. We do not feel compatible. Our priorities doesn't match at that time. So we need a reason to break up, but not exactly a fake reason to break up. So yeah, that's the thing.
Please throw your questions at Sakar. Sakar is very, very generous with us today, and he will be picking up your questions straight up. Uh, so, yeah, we were talking about both the genders look out for the best possible option. You can carry on, Sakar, on that point until Rohan has more to ask from you.
Yeah, if Rohan wants to counter that thing particularly, he can. Yeah. So I was just saying ki I'll not generalize it to women only. We all are trying our level best to get out in the world and get the best for ourselves, and I think that's the basic need for a human being in this life. And we are trying to match the compatibility, we are trying to prioritize everything, and sometimes things don't go well. Our priorities doesn't match, our compatibility doesn't match, and because it's something we are trying to get from the
Also, that
outside
whole
world, and it takes
idea,
time.
I think the whole idea of one life and experience everything in the best possible way is also something that is being pushed through all kinds of mediums into our lives. Rohan says something. Uh, Rohan says you do not want to sound well. Interesting, Rohan. Uh, uh, well, Sakar, you can address that directly.
I cannot see his question over here. I don't know. I think it will take a little
It's
time.
a response he has given. He says that you do not want to sound misogynistic. That is okay. That is fine. But the truth is that they do keep multiple options at the same time. But if you want to be politically correct, he's okay by that. You want to add to that, Sakar? If I speak, it becomes a very gendered or the
I think
bias response here.
no,
So,
I think it's all about perspective and individual's perspective. So if you have experienced something like that, or you are like maybe telling someone's experience, sharing someone's experience over here, that's completely fine. Completely fine about what you are thinking. But yeah, we can talk about that on personal window, maybe in
Rohan
detail.
also, I think, as a gender, I would not call myself specialist, but as somebody who teaches gender to youngsters, I don't know how old you are, but to college going students, I think I want to address that. So what happens is a lot of things are imported. A lot of things are imported out of your upbringing. So as far as women are concerned, when women see their parents looking out for the best possible options, and the scale that the parents have is how much is the man earning, how much is the family money there, and what kind of educational background they come from, are the requirements that the parents are looking into when they are looking for a match for a woman. So they are programmed in a way where they are, not only looking for a relationship, they're also looking for the caregiver, and therefore they want to go to the most comfortable zone. That's one way of looking at things as far as women perspective is concerned. When you look at men at the same time, men on the other hand have been grilled to understand that नौकरी और नौकरी ढूंढ लो छोकरियां तो आती रहेंगी. So for women who face a lot of cheating or breakups just like men do as well, in the case of women, what happens is the men have been programmed to look out for the hottest girl or the best looking girl who's also kind of homely. So it just so happens that some of us are fortunate enough to bump into that person who matches all the criteria, and then some of us are not fortunate enough. So in that case, rather than
Right.
being confrontational and facing the situation upfront and saying, you know what, I think you're not meeting my requirement, nothing wrong with you, is very, very brave thing to do, and not everybody can do it. So people kind of look for other hall tickets to take their exit. I'm going to be taking up other questions here. Uh, Rohan has more to add to it. Even the guest may know many females like this. Sakar, that's directed towards you. Being politically correct on a platform is fine, but Rohan, I think you intensely believe that Sakar agrees with you, because there's a men bonding happening here that I see. Ankita says, I believe it is not about a gender, but a human being irrespective of any gender. The gender roles are also kind of societal norms, so it is definitely also part of a greater discussion. Yes,
Greater
definitely,
discussion.
definitely. Uh, so
And yes,
Rohan,
Rohan, even I have been in that stage at some point of time. I'll not say that we all have been to at that stage. So
we've
it's
all
all
doubted
about
and we've all been doubted at some point,
exactly,
so that's all
exactly.
right.
But it's all right. And what you get out of that particular situation, the experience, the way you interpret that thing, the way you learn. Like if I talk about my own relationship, which I should not, but I'll just answer your question that if I talk about my relationships, if something ended in my relationship, I took a break at that time and I understood what happened exactly. Starting me, it was not there. I was very much like that. Okay, boys should be like that, and this and this. This was there, but after some time, I got to know. Okay, why am I running? What am I losing at this point of time? I should stop and realize what exactly happened, and accept. Okay, this particular thing happened, and was it my mistake? Was it the other person's mistake? What happened in that particular? What went wrong at that time? And after like experiencing that thing, after learning from my mistakes, I even improved myself, and I knew okay, what I want in my next relationship exactly. Not jumping into the another relationship directly. Okay, this particular person has some characteristics. What I want exactly is not these characteristics, but I'm again jumping into the another relationship with the same characteristics person. I'm not getting anywhere at that point of time. But taking a break, realizing, introspecting, and learning from my previous experiences and getting to know, okay, these qualities I don't want in another person. If I'm finding these qualities in another person, I'll just not go into a relationship. Maybe that person can be a friend with
Yeah.
me for life, but I'll not plan on to go into a relationship with that person. So taking some time, it's always better to take some time and introspect.
And I have another comment here that's from Pandemonium, if I'm not wrong in reading so. I agree with ma'am. Traditionally, we've been programmed this way that women look for a more stable man in life and men look for prettier women. But yes, ideas are changing with time. Definitely. I
Definitely,
don't know whether ideas are changing. I don't know, Sakar, whether you'll agree with me or not, and I want you to address this. I don't know whether ideas are changing or not, but the needs of individuals are changing so much so that the entire nature of relationship itself is evolving, I would say. There is
definitely,
another comment that I want to take up. Ankita says, leaving or being left can have multitude of reasons. Yes, definitely. It depends on the two people how they take it up, and not generalizing it to further people, though it is extremely difficult to do. Yes, of course. I don't know,
definitely.
Sakar, the idea of subjectivity in relationship, if you could tell us something about that.
Idea of subjectivity.
Subjectivity. Yeah, you're so intensely involved with all your being in it that the bird's eye view misses the point there. वो impossible हो जाता है थोड़ा ऊपर जाके देखना कि आखिर दोनों में क्या खटपट की वजह रही थी. It is always so. Okay, so in the first opening line itself, Sakar talks about the state of confusion, where he talks about you keep wondering what went wrong. then he says you get anxious, you get self-conscious, you get also into guilt, he says. And so you also victimize, if I am correct. You also victimize yourself. मेरे साथ कैसा होता है, मेरे साथ क्यों किया.
The
Yeah.
major point here is unhelpful thinking patterns. That's part of psychology basically. Our mind is like a place where we are putting questions at every stage. Whatever we are doing, we are putting questions in our mind, and our mind answers to all those questions. Okay, the thing is, we have to like check on the questions exactly what we are asking from our mind. If we are asking our mind, why did this happen to me? If we are making this statement, the mind will answer to it. Maybe I'm worthless, maybe my self-esteem is low, maybe I'm not good enough for this person, and that is creating that image on ourselves, that is creating a personality of ourselves and portraying our personality onto someone, creating insecurities. And if we are changing the questions over here, rather than stating this ki okay, why did this happen to me, maybe
Yeah.
questioning the right thing from our to our mind, okay, what can I do to change this particular situation? Now the answers will come out in this manner. Okay, you can do this, maybe you can introspect once a while, maybe you can see check कि what is getting like in like relationship कभी भी end एक चीज के पीछे नहीं होती है until unless बहुत मेजर चीज नहीं है. कोई भी एक चीज के पीछे आप एक रिश्ता नहीं तोड़ते हो, be it a youngsters relationship और a marriage relationship, कुछ भी होता है आप नहीं तोड़ते हो. It takes a lot of time. लड़ाइयाँ होती हैं, चीजें मैच नहीं होती हैं, आप कॉमन ग्राउंड नहीं ढूंढ पाते हो, बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं एक ब्रेकअप होने के. एंड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम we all need to like be it male or female, we need to check upon our questions what we are asking to our mind rather than criticizing the other person, rather than putting the statements, okay, this person is being mean to me. Now our mind will create a scenario for this statement and give us answers, give us things from our experience library, basically unconscious library. Okay, this particular thing happened previously, again this is happening right now, although we have forgiven the person for the previous mistake, but again that's coming out in the new mistake. बट अगर हम क्वेश्चन सही पूछ रहे हैं अपने माइंड से कि वी आर पुटिंग द राइट स्टेटमेंट्स इन आवर माइंड कि ओके, what can be done right now after this thing has happened, what can I do, how should I react, should I portray my emotions in a manner that it hurts someone else like the other person, or should I just go and sit and talk and find a common ground? That's the major goal, or that should be the major goal of a perfect relationship. Like there's nothing perfect in a relationship, we have to make it perfect. So that should be the goal in a relationship.
Rohan, are you still with us? Please show us a thumbs up if you're still with us. Rohan, please respond if you are with us.
Rohan.
Yeah, that's what I feared. He probably did not see too many people agreeing with him, and therefore he would have. Oh, lovely,
Yes, he's
lovely,
there.
beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful. So Rohan, we acknowledge that is what Sakar is telling you, that we acknowledge what you experienced was real, what you feel is also real, but what Sakar I think wants to kind of reiterate or repeat himself with lot more importance here is that Rohan, जो आपके साथ नहीं रहना चाहता है वो क्यों गया, कैसे गया, उस पे टाइम नहीं इन्वेस्ट करना है. Be the best version of yourself and wait for that one person for whom you are the best particular option. So wait it out. Let's not jump from one relationship to another or generalize. Like he says, you said something, right? Subconscious library he uses a lot. He says उधर स्टोर मत करते जाओ, सभी ऐसे ही होते और ये तो
उधर स्टोर होगा, इट्स जस्ट कि आपका कॉन्शियस माइंड उस चीज को वे कर रहा है. सो आप वेइंग स्केल में क्या पुट कर रहे हो उस पर मैटर करता है. क्या आप वेइंग स्केल में सही राइट क्वेश्चंस पुट कर रहे हो तो वो राइट चीज आपके माइंड में एक्सपीरियंस क्रिएट करेगी. अगर आप गलत क्वेश्चंस पुट कर रहे हो तो वो गलत एक्सपीरियंस आपके माइंड में पुट करेगा. So it's all
basically
about what we are putting.
adding to the negativity of your personality, and that is something that you should not
Exactly.
allow to happen to yourself.
Definitely, definitely.
The idea is to come out of the breakup a better person, and not make the same mistake. Even if it was a choice that you think was a mistake, let's not get into the loop of replicating similar, attracting similar kind of people in your life, and then repeating that same mistake over and over again. On that
Definitely.
point, Sakar, I think if audiences come up with more questions, we will take it up. But on concluding part of this discussion, Sakar, I want you to talk about the art of letting go in breakups. Uh, where a person has been dumped, or has been left behind. The art of letting go. Are there kind of handouts that you would want to give out to the viewers here?
Hurt is there. Hurt will be there for a very long time. Changing that hurt into something productive or experiential is a very important thing. Acceptance plays a very important role. When you are accepting that this particular person is gone, now I have to look out for myself, even if you were dependent. Right now, you're not. Right now, you cannot depend on the other person. Right now, you're all alone. You have to look out for yourself, be the best version of yourself. Maybe um, seek out, like, one thing I would like to say, that love is desirable but not essential for the, like, for living a life. Exactly, this is what I believe. It's desirable. We all want that love and care and everything from the other person, and it's very good. It's a very good feeling. But again, on the same hand, like, love was defined to us through movies, through shows, through society and everything. कि, okay, love is what, like, love is something when you like someone from the other gender or the same gender as well, which creates some sort of chemical reactions in the mind. But the thing is, love can be defined in a very different manner. Love can be something with your family, someone within your family as well, maybe parents, maybe brother, sister. Love is there as well. It's like the, like, different sort of love. Love is there. There could be love for something you do, maybe your work, maybe adventure sports. Maybe find that love. Like, we cannot replace that romantic love with some other love, but we can find a substitute till we find a way out of that particular thing. That's the most important part. Okay, if I'm out of this relationship, what can I do exactly to be okay for some time? What do I love the most? Because we leave a lot of things for a few things which we prioritize. So maybe when that particular thing is not there, go back to, like, reflect back, go back to those things which you have left. What do you like exactly? Maybe you like painting, maybe you like art, maybe you like adventurous sports, maybe you like to go out with your friends. Go out. There's no harm in going out. Just keep the baggage back at home. Like you said, keep the bottle at home. Do not carry it along with you. That's the most important part. Acceptance build होने में time लगता है, बहुत टाइम लगता है. एक्सेप्टेंस तब बिल्ड होती है जब आपको रीजंस मिल जाते हैं कि ऐसा चीज क्यों हुआ है, या आपको पता लग जाता है, ओके, नाउ आई कैन नॉट गो बैक टू दैट पर्सन, आई हैव टू एक्सेप्ट दिस ब्रेकअप एंड आई हैव टू मूव ऑन. It takes a lot of time to move on, and it's completely fine to take time to move on as well. You can stay there for a while, you can stay there for months as well, but आपके माइंड में एक पार्ट होना चाहिए कि मुझे मूव ऑन करना है. आई मूव ऑन हम इसलिए नहीं कर पाते क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि वो बंदा वापस आएगा. You have to accept the fact that that person is not coming back, that person is gone, and that person is living his life or her life to the most. And I can stay here for a while if I want to. I can stay here for months as well. I can stay here for years as well. But initially or lately, I have to move on. With that concept in mind, if that particular thing is clear in your head, it's completely fine to stay there. When we hope, when we expect कि वो वापस आएगा, वो बंदा वापस आएगा, that's where we are hurting ourselves again and again. We are breaking up again and again, over and over. हमारा एक बार ब्रेकअप हो गया उस बंदे के साथ, but again we are expecting and we are getting hurt, and that is creating break up again. So accepting that fact that, okay, this person is happy in his or her life, and let him or her be where they are. It's completely fine. I want to stay here for a while. Maybe I'm liking this particular place for a while, but I have to move on initially or lately. That thing should be clear in the head, basically.
Lovely. On that note, this is probably the last question I'm addressing to you before we say bye. So when you're talking about you will be stuck there for a while, you will take time to move on, and you will want to reconnect to that person for a short while, maybe call or a message. How do you stop yourself from doing that drunk dialing or from doing that, so from sending that one message to that person? What do you do when you feel like that?
Commitment is a very big thing in a relationship, but commitment to ourselves is another thing. Drunk dialing is something when you do not have control over your cognitive mind, you do not have that ability to judge things. Obviously, आपका conscious mind वहाँ पे डंप हो जाता है. आपका जो unconscious mind बोल रहा होता है, आप उसी के हिसाब से काम कर रहे होते हो. At that point of time, you should seek support from your loved ones. और एट दैट टाइम अगर आपको लगता है कि मुझे ड्रंक कॉल करना है रादर देन ड्रंक कॉलिंग योर एक्स, ड्रंक कॉल योर फ्रेंड, मे बी योर फैमिली, और मे बी जस्ट रिमूव द कॉन्टैक्ट सो दैट यू कैन नॉट रीच टू दैट पर्सन. बिकॉज आप जब अनकॉन्शियस माइंड से सोच रहे होते हो, आपको नंबर याद भी होता है, तब भी आप नंबर नहीं मिला पाते हो ठीक से. ये बात आपको ध्यान रखनी पड़ती है. ठीक है, आप नहीं मिला पाओगे नंबर. यू विल फिगर आउट कि ओके सेव्ड नंबर क्या है, इस फ्रेंड को कॉल कर लेता हूँ, इस फ्रेंड को कॉल कर लेता हूँ. और इवन अगर आप कॉन्शियस माइंड में भी एंड यू आर फीलिंग कि नहीं, राइट नाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट इज रिलेटेड टू दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, माई एक्स, लाइक आई वेंट टू सम प्लेस एंड आई एम रिलेटिंग, यार मेरी यहाँ पे डेट थी, फर्स्ट डेट के लिए मैं यहीं आया था, एंड उस टाइम पे आपका मन करता है नहीं, आई हैव टू टॉक टू माई एक्स एट दैट टाइम. लाइक अवॉइड दैट, इट्स अ वेरी टेम्पररी फीलिंग. आई नो, वी नो दैट कि हाँ वो सिचुएशन, वो एम्बियंस जो बना हुआ है उस टाइम पे, you're feeling bad, you're feeling hurt, but calling your ex is not going to like cover that with the frost cream. It's not going to happen. The cake will remain like that जो भी है आपके पास. और worst हो सकता है अगर आप कॉल करते हो तो you can get a reply like don't call me, don't message me. It happens a
Don't
lot of
text
time.
me, stop me, all of that can come.
You have to, you have to respect the boundaries of the other person as well. कि okay, this person has left, okay, अगर मैं अपनी boundaries की respect कर रहा हूँ, I'll never lose the person. One should know that I will never lose the person if I'm respecting the boundaries, I'm respecting the person's priorities, person's intention, basically. So I'm not going to lose that particular. I have seen a lot of relationships where like even after relationship the guy and the girl are good friends, because I think why did that happen? Because the other person respected the other person's opinion, choice, and decision. Basically, it took time. Maybe there were a lot of fights in the initial part of the breakup, but they came to a conclusion. Okay, let's end this. I respect your opinion, and I respect you, whatever you are doing, and that should be there. Respect करना सामने वाले की, and you are not going to lose that person. You are going to lose that relationship. So हमें relationship से tie नहीं होना है, हमें बंदे से tie रहना है. That should be the major goal of any sort of relationship.
Right. There's a very, very beautiful response coming in, and I want to kind of read that in. Yeah. So, Rohan, yes, that's Rohan. Rohan says,
Call,
call me कर
call
सकते
नहीं
ना,
कर
block
सकते,
सकते
blocked
हो
होते हो ना
ना.
तुम.
Right. So that's a message clear enough, Rohan, that,
Yeah.
let's
Right.
move on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yes, Akshi Bhiman says agree to that.
Agree.
Yeah. So on that note, Sakar, I think we would close the discussion here because it's something like I said right in the beginning. The youngsters experience it very passionately, and it is the first time that they get into a relationship where there is more of hormonal fizz into the experience than the more sublime, subtle part of the relationship. Therefore, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of roller coaster riding happening out there emotionally. Thank you so much for giving your time to us. Like I said, uh, you have been extremely generous with us all, my viewers, and I am extremely thankful to you in gratitude for
Thank
all
you
the
so much,
time.
Namita ji. It was a lovely session. I loved it as well. It was a very beautiful, I think, very beautiful discussion, and it was
Yes,
a beautiful
definitely.
topic as well. So thank you so
Definitely.
much to our audience as well for being here for more than an hour, staying here, and your
Yeah.
questions. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Namita ji.
Thank you so much, everybody. And like I always say before I say goodbye to you, keep smiling wide and bright. And if you can't, get in touch with Humanizing Lives and we'll help you do so. Thank you so much and have a good night on that very, very positive note of
And please follow
rediscovering
our
you.
pages as well.
Yes, please. So thank you so much, Sakar, and thank you so much for the audiences for being so participating and patient with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Namita ji. Bye bye. Bye, bye everyone. Take